It's JC14241 once again with NASCAR Heat 3. And in this episode of our season with Elliott Sadler's #1 Armor Chili Chevrolet, we are going to be completing race 11 of 33, which is the Alsco 300 at Charlotte Motor Speedway. Linen and uniform rental services. How I would appreciate it if they didn't make the text in these logos so freaking tiny that I couldn't read them. Because then I gotta get really close to the camera just to see the TV screen. And then everybody's gotta look at JC's chest. And nobody wants to see JC's chest. Well, a few of you might want to see it. So, I'm looking out for you. We are 5th place in the point settings. A good, I think 20-something points behind Christopher Bell, if that's correct math. Like 23 points. And then we're like 1 point behind Cole Custer. The past 3 races of our season have been terrible. At Richmond, that track is intolerable with the AI these days, so I wasn't really surprised to, finish outside the top 10. And then we went to Talladega where I finished in 27th after climbing all the way from a position like that to the front of the field. I got bumped by Dell and R Jr. because I suck at blocking, and then, yeah, I finished like crap. And then we went to Dover last weekend as well. And tire wear is so bad that I was trying so hard to just grasp a top 10, and on the last lap I lost like 2 or 3 positions, wound up getting like, I think, 15th in that one. So today, I've gotten a little practice recently this week, and Charlotte is the kind of track that I can start in the top 10, take the lead on the first lap, and then lead the entire thing. But our chances of winning it are a little unlikely. I mean, a little less likely than it should be, just because the AI, they usually cause a caution in the final stage, which groups everything back together, and then they have fresher tires than us, even though we're on the same tires, because that's how this game works. You could have the same tires, but theirs are still fresher. It's just stupid crap. So hopefully, if that does happen, I can protect the bottom very well. But aside from that, we're using the Armor Chili paint scheme because I thought this was going to be a night race, and I wanted like to contrast the colors and stuff. But it's actually a day race, but I'm going to use it anyways. Let's just get to qualifying. This is quite literally a full throttle track in the Xfinity Series. It can barely be a full throttle track in the Cup Series, but you'd have to be on a really loose setup going through turns 3 and 4 for that to work. In this one, I can go into 3 and 4 and I really don't have to let off and it'll be just fine. But recently on this game, I got some more of the DLC. I went to the PlayStation Store and added some of the packs in here because it doesn't do it automatically. And I figured that by getting the Jumbo Pack, the Hot Packs, whatever it's called, getting that before the game came out, that would automatically put everything for free in there. But no, it makes it free, but I have to go get it manually. So I got a bunch of new paint schemes. Most of them are for Kyle Busch because I use his car, the 18 car in the Core League, and I plan to do a Let's Play with that 18 car because Kyle Busch, he's an asshole and a dipshit, but he is a legend. He is very talented. So I wanted to finally do a season with him, and that's coming up soon. But I also got some paint schemes for Matt Crafton. The sad part about that is Matt Crafton's paint schemes are all the same. The only thing that changes on Matt Crafton's paint schemes are the freaking hood. Paint schemes is a very demanding freaking phrase to say. I'll give you that much because it's 2 syllables, but it's, I don't know. I just want to mention my annoyance with having to say that phrase. See, I wish the logo was that big whenever we're at the championship menu screen, like just big across the entire screen, but don't show it until now. Linen and uniform retail services, or whatever the hell I just said. I should have read it. Oh, okay, so we're starting in 7th place. Really good qualifying spot. Whenever I practiced for this one, I started in 8th, but I got shifted into 7th place automatically. First stage is 4 laps. I'm not even using manual transmission, so I can't imagine how well this restart would go if I put it on a manual transmission. Really only use manual transmission for Core, and the reason why I do that is because they've kind of made it mandatory for us to be on manual transmission for that. Something that I disagree with for Core, but I'll do it anyways because it's worth it to be racing with a bunch of awesome YouTubers. So, is Cole Custer going to lead the first lap of the race? It looks like it because my run didn't really stay on with me until we got to the outside of him and just kind of stopped right there. So he's going to lead the first lap of the race. I don't know how I'm going to pass him because he'd probably just be really slow in front of me. If I can get a run like down the back stretch or in the front stretch, I don't know what the hell I'm going to do because the only way I can actually pass Cole Custer is at a restart, apparently. I could be faster, but I don't know what to do. Unless somehow I get a run big enough on the outside for it to actually work. See, I've got all that speed, but I can't do anything with it. I have to pull the outside to get around him. Oh, okay, here we go. He's going to the top of the track. He's kind of giving me room to let me by. Get a big enough run. We get underneath him before turn 1. He's shutting the door on me. I'm faster, but he's doing a great job of defending his position. Like I said, I'm very confident I can lead this entire freaking race, just like we did with the All-Star This is pretty much the All-Star because it's 3 segments and stuff like that. In a NASCAR Thunder 2004 I'm referring to by career mode. But the problem is, you can't pass in this game. They're so protective that you actually can't do anything. I'm way faster than Cole Custer, but I have to wait until he's vulnerable, and the only time he's vulnerable is at a restart. Okay, I'm right there with him. If I can get a big enough run on the outside going to turn 3 this time, then we should be able to clear him going through the corner. Maybe, just maybe. Here we go. Oh my god, at the top lane. See, I can't do that because I have to start with a good dive into the corner. I can't. This game sucks. This fucking game just sucks. You just can't pass anywhere. The only place I can pass is at a restart. That is so lame. There's got to be somewhere to pass. Well, now we're on the outside, so I don't have to go underneath and make a pass. We're just going to fly past him at the restart. But it's just a freaking shame that I couldn't win that stage. I won the first stage whenever I practiced for this freaking race. And I really didn't even need to practice. I just thought I would need to because of how bad we've been recently. And we're not pitting under that caution because no one else is. We'll just pit when everybody else does. Hopefully I'm not on the wrong strategy. It seemed like the left side tires were actually taking quite a bit of wear, which is weird because this track is not nearly as bumpy as it used to be with like NASCAR Evolution or NASCAR 2. So now we got 5 laps on the stage. That's what it took for me to get around Cole Custer. As I was saying, it would take a restart. Man. Okay, let's win stage 2. And in the process of doing that, I set a new record best lap time for this track, 29.935. So, I mean, previously it was probably maybe a little bit longer than that. It might have been in the 29.9 range. I'm not sure. So everybody's taking their pit stops. And if you look at those left side tires, they're all the way down into like the 60s, and they're getting there on the left rear and whatever, but I don't know if the AI would still take left side tires at this pit stop, but I know for sure it's going to be a right side tire stop at least. I don't have any damage repair. We're only going to get enough fuel to fill the tank, so 1.5 cans. And this car wasn't really driving too badly on our left side tires, or our right side's already worn as it was, but it's going to get worse as the run goes on in the final stage. So, yeah, we're all pretty much on the same strategy because I really don't think that they took 4 tires at that pit stop. So let's just do what we did a while ago and hope that a caution does not come out in this stage. Because if it does, and it's close to the end of the race, then I'm probably going to find myself getting dive bombed at a restart. Golly, man, this game is being annoying. Oh, you don't have to hit me just now, guy. Oh my gosh. It's quite frankly as if they're just entering the corners from the bottom, staying at the bottom the entire time, and almost faster than me. All that it takes is my car just not gripping, even though I'm making a perfect dive into the corner every time. So yeah, I'm getting past the lead under the green flag despite being the fastest. I don't know if they took 4 tires or what, but whenever I went to practice for this race, I was just leading the entire time on the exact same strategy and pulling away in my final run, but this time that didn't happen. So I don't know if this game is just being indecisive or what, but the car is just not as fast this time, I guess. Well, there's a car dead on the backstretch, so...
Pitting in front of you.
Oh, he's pitting? What, is he out of gas? Did he just pull some stupid strategy? Justin Allgaier, go crashing into that guy. Crash into him. Well, he almost lost his back end trying to get off the track. Robin Williams, or whatever you want to call him. Well, we get a second place finish. I'll take a top 5, whatever it be. I mean, I'd rather not lose second place to Matt Tiff behind me because this freaking game is so unfair and biased with tire wear. I'm turning all the fucking way, game. Screw you. All these stupid little things just piss me off so much. Okay, let's really, really underdo it. Let's just let off massively into turn 3 to hug the bottom. I'm turning all the way. I let off so much for that turn. And we're going to take it home, second place at Charlotte. See, the caution never came out, but I still lost the lead. So maybe this time they took 4 tires, and whenever I practiced the race, they took 2 tires. This game is unpredictable. Well, we won a stage, as did Cole Custer, and he finished in 5th place. So just a really great points day for us overall. You know, I really wish we had won it, but still, way better than the past 3 races. Josh Williams, who just slid down pit road right in front of us with a couple laps to go, he wound up just not even finishing the race. Said he was 4 laps down, even though he made it 2 laps before the end. I guess he was 4 laps down because he was just so off the freaking pace, and that's how long it took him to get it down pit road or something like that. And then, of course, we got the point standings. We make our way back into 3rd place, but we were only 2 points in front of Christopher Bell and Cole Custer, who were tied for 4th. Christopher Bell was the points leader, so he must have had an awful day. Everything's kind of evened out. We got double 420 with Justin Allgaier, Ross Chastain. They're blazing it together. Holy shit. And tomorrow we are going to Pocono Raceway for the Pocono Green 250, which is funny because, you know, it's just... Never mind. We are using the Arctic Cat paint scheme in that race because I love this car, and this is one of my favorite tracks to race at. It's my favorite track in the entire game, first of all. And, well, the reason why, whenever the game first came out, I went to Pocono in the Cup Series, and I was like, wow, this racing is just awesome. It is such a great challenge, the best that we've ever had. And then whenever we went to race there in the Truck Series for that Let's Play with Matt Crafton, the racing was really good, and I had a charge for the win. It's just got a little tight in turn 2 and couldn't manage it, but that's definitely a video to look back on before we watch this one tomorrow. See you next time. That's that, and episode over.